circles the world. I'm saying the fame, I does it for the love of it. Give a about it for the of it. I'm in the music for the love and the lust of it. If you don't like, build the bridge and get over it. I just wanna stunt, gleam and shine, and when I hit the top spot, the game is mine. Between nice and wet, homie, it's a fine line. I want the money, clothes, and the cars. Known in the streets as a hood superstar. I just superstar. I just wanna stunt hard, gleam and shine. And when I clutch the top spot, the game is mine. I'm a superstar. I want the money, clothes, and the cars. Known in the streets as a hood superstar. I just wanna stunt hard, gleam and shine. And when I clutch the top spot, the game is mine, is mine, is mine. I'm a superstar gunner, a Southside stunner, tryna cop enough bread to get an H2 Hummer. I'm on my way to glory and my way to shine. I was told time is money and money is time. The mission is getting time, the mission is getting time, the mission is getting rich while I'm on my grind. I'm getting blinded by the Jacob while I'm trying to tell time. I'm on my BBP, ENT, any beach. Lyrics and swag is off the meter, so I am the I'm more than John Blaze, I dropped it, so I am the I'm more than John Blaze, I dropped it, so I am the I'm more than John Blaze, I drop volcano bars. I'm from the south side, I'm a hood superstar. We drop a lot of hits, all I know who we are. Just look in the sky, I'm the brightest star. I keep going till the mission is accomplished. I must be the suspect, the beat is my accomplice. I'm the wrecking ball and the beat got demolished. All the rappers need is spit shining, I'm the polish. And out. It's your boy Mel Guap. BBP ENT. DBNEB Productions. What's good, teller? Keep bringing me these hits. I'ma keep knocking them down like pins in the bowling alley. You hear me? They can't do nothing but bob their head to this. It's a headbanger. Know they feeling it. Yeah. Let's get it. Got it. Mel Guap, NEB, BBP, ENT. We ballin' out. Come join the party. I'm getting all this cash, swaggin' with my Louis bag. Haters kiss my in the mall and pop tags. BBP in the club and we ball out. We by the bar right now, man. We ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. Swaggin' out. You can call me Mr. Louis. Hit them all and mix it up. I'm ballin' out on the Coogee Mel Guap from BBP and you. Just shot a movie, move on to the next scheme song in a groovy. Rockin' Louis rags, hoppin' in and out of jazz. Cash in the bag, I got hella fight swag. I get lots of cash, tell them haters kiss my hey. We by the bar, riding hurricane. Yeah, say we hurricane of cash. I get lots of guap, I keep plenty rubber bands. Plenty rubber bands, gualas in my pants, feeling like a happy man. I'm getting all this cash, swaggin' with my Louis bag. Haters kiss my ass at the mall and pop tags. BBP in the club and we ball out. We hurricane the cash and we by the bar right. Ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. Hey, ballin' out, man. Hey, ballin' out, man. Hey, ballin' out, man. Hey, ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. Hey, ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. Hey, ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. Hey, smoking good, or in my vision real cloudy. Ballin' out. I keep that loud smoke around me. Pop a couple Skittles and like Dro, I'ma take off. Now they looking silly, wanna hate me like a play it like it's hockey, man. We can face off. 4/5 itch or watch your body break off. My bad side hacking, but I'ma get back to swagging. Swagger's what lacking. Send these lame packing. Gemini 2 personalities, I got double the cash. Yo, wanna do me, I got double the swag. Louis up and down, I got double the rag. Hit the mall every day, popping double the tag. Let's go. I'm getting all this cash, swagging with my Louis bag. Haters kiss my ass, hit the mall and pop tags. MVP in the club and we ball live. We hurricane the cash and we buy the bar ride. Ballin' out, man, we ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. We ballin' out, man. We ballin' out. I'm ballin' with the cheddar, like someone who do it better. Your girl, I make her wetter. For me, she's a falsetter. I'm spreading like mustard. Need to catch up. Me and the homies hit the mall. I tell them, boy, to spend up. If I beat the tag, then that mean I can't afford it. Then my money long spurging, I will not abort it. BBP, NEB, we round the world touring. Rocking all the shows, all these other rappers boring. Anywhere that we be, man, you know that we ballin' out. Bar ain't a question, you should know that we gon' buy him out. Losing hard, you should know that we gon' try it out. Burpee, all day, so we gon' smoke high. That's my occupation, and ballin' just a hobby. I keep the joint clean, and the other do it sloppy. Be the instrumental, oh, you get going rockin'. Ballin', rapping, swaggin', I'm the best, that's why they jock me. I'm the best, that's why they jock me. I'm the best, that's why they jock me. Mel Guap, Southside, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. BBP. NEB. Let's get it poppin'. Yeah. We ballin' out. Smoking good. Oh yeah. Love it. Chillin'. Just riding down. Cruising. Living a life. Living a life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. Y'all just heard some of the productions of Mel Guap on Down on DBNEB Music. Big shout out to Atlanta and all my people checking in. Big shout out to La Flocka out there in Cali. Okay, my man Kevin in Detroit. Detroit on my back. Okay, there's a few more people that I'm forgetting, but we got a real good show to you right now. I'm going to take you to our lovely host, Miss Gabie Williams. Is in the building, and she's got a big time guest up in here. Believe me, the track record on this man is unbelievable. Let me touch you to Gabie right now.
Hey, honeys, y'all are reaching Miss Gabie tonight. We got a special edition, a special broadcast. You know, usually we do our thing every Saturday. Tonight's a Tuesday, and we're only here because this one is big. If I throw a couple of names at you, we're talking Whitney Houston, CeCe Peniston, Johnny Gill, even Raven Simone. You would say, ah, man, these people are singers. They do their thing. But sometimes the people behind the scenes is bigger than that. Tonight in the DBNEB Music Studios, we have the man, no other, music engineer, producer, Mr. Rodney Ascue in the house with us tonight. Come on, step up to the plate, Mr. Ascue. We don't have no studio claps here. We don't have a clap soundtrack. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm fine, Gabby. How are you tonight?
Same here. This is the DBNEB Music Family night.
Glad to be here.
Same here. We're glad to have you here.
How y'all doing out there?
Now,
DBNEB Music Family?
Yeah. I had to write some questions for you because
that's all good.
I was a little starstruck because, you know.
Come on.
And I usually don't get this way, but I was like, yo, his credentials are crazy.
Is that right?
Your credentials, you know, I don't know if they told you, but I'm like the little sister out the crew, big sister KV, because I got a couple of years of him, so I do my homework.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
your
good.
credentials,
Ken told me that.
Yeah. I mean, what, Grammys?
Somewhat. I mean, I've done records that have been nominated for Grammys, yes.
To me, that's like having a Grammy in your back. That's good enough.
Pretty much,
you
yes.
Put in the work.
Yeah.
Without your work, It might not have been that Grammy.
There it is.
We're going to run down a couple here because I'm going to run down a couple that I like. Okay?
All right.
CSC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat. That was a hot one.
That was kind of, you know, one of my biggest. You know, it's funny about that record is one of my closest homeboys. I called him, you know, into the studio. I was like, yo, what you feel about this? You know what I'm saying? I gotta mix this and I gotta make it really hot because this is you know, they're going all in, you know, as they said back then, you know, as far as promotion and marketing. And so I was told they were going all in on this record. I had to call one of my closest homeboys, DJ Buff. He came through. We know Buff. He's he's our in-studio DJ. So DJ Buff came through, and he was like, yo, Rod, this is hot. This is hot. This is blazing. Okay. He's like, blazing. Yo, put put it on it. Put that stank on it. And nice. And so he inspired me, encouraged me, along with CNC, you know, Robert Clavillis and David Cole. May he rest in peace, DC. Yeah. And so and after that it was all good. You know, Freedom was a homeboy of mine from way back. You know, when I was pretty much coming up as an engineer in the studio. He was starting out at Quad Studio. Okay. If those who are not familiar with Quad Studio, in New York. You know, in New York, near the 42nd Street Times Square area, also where Tupac was, you know, attempted so-called assassination, you know, robbery, whatever. And yeah, Freedom used to be an intern assistant engineer back then. Oh, okay. Yeah, and we used to do a lot of work there, and so Robert, you know, gave him the offer to do the rap in that record, and because I had the, you know, the hip hop rap background, right. He asked me to, you know, work with Freedom through these vocals. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he gets this real, you know, that real hip hop feel, right? You know, that real, and so there it is. So that record, you know, it's. Was that the record that started you off, that made people, you know, catch a glimpse of your name? Like, wait a minute, that name was associated to something. What group or what albums made people take notice? Like, wait a minute, we need this man for this project. Well, the way I hooked up with CNC, I was doing mixes before that. I did Whitney Houston, and I did, you know, I did Jeffrey Osborne,
I didn't know that.
Oleta Adams and stuff. Okay. So, you know, I was deep in the dance music scene. David Cole used to, you know, he used to come to different clubs and play live. He used to play keyboards live to the dance music in the club. I'm going to pause right there. That's for you dance heads right there. I'm going to repeat that. My man used to come play his keyboard live in the dance club while the DJ was playing. You know what I'm saying? He used to solo live. Wow. So I know DC from back then. And then him and Rob, you know, Robbie Rob, my man, was a DJ. So when they hooked up, you know, and they knew my background, I was a part of a group named Touch. And, you know, back in the day, we had a record called Without You, which is a big house banger. Right. So, so after that, you know, it's like I had, you know, credentials behind me that, you know, they were like, yo, we need you part of our team, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we hooked up, me and CNC. And then, so you also worked alongside Stevie Wonder, too. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. Like, I mean, just the people that you've touch base with, that the average Joe, like, and Joettes like myself, see and go, Stevie Wonder, my God, he's a legend. MJ, he's a legend. Right. Whitney Houston, oh my God. Now you're in the studio with them, and at some point they got to say to themselves, yeah, I'm a legend, I'm an icon. Yeah. This man makes me sound good. Are they humble to you, or are you peon worker? How does that work? Not so much peon. It's funny that's a question I've never been asked before. As an engineer, as a recording engineer, to all you aspiring engineers, your best job as an engineer is to be just that, the engineer. Don't try to be the fan. Don't try to be, you know, getting those photo ops and stuff like that. Be that engineer, you know what I'm saying? Get that sound right. As you doing that, they will become themselves. They're normal people.
Right, right.
Most of your superstars are normal people like
Right.
you, Gabby, and
Right.
myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once you get to talking, you know, like me and you kicking it now,
Right.
then you know, they like, oh, you know, damn, I feel like I've known you for, you know, for a minute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so yeah, so you know, Whitney was quite humble because actually when I did Whitney's song, it was she hadn't had a dance mix out in a while.
For those who don't know, he did "I'm Your Baby Tonight."
Yeah,
That's a hot one.
yeah.
That was.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
and yeah, so she was really glad to hear that she had a hot new dance mix.
Right.
Because at that time, you know, the dance music is what was really selling the records before the videos, you
Right.
know. So if you could get a good remix on that, you know what I mean, then, you know, you help make those sales,
Right.
you know, so.
Like now,
So.
how did you, when you go from CNC Music Factory, people like Babyface, another one,
Yeah.
and on that album, A Closer Look, my two favorites, Two Occasions and Whip Appeal,
Uh-huh.
which I get the same feeling today as I did then, and I was still maybe just fresh out of high school then.
Okay.
Johnny Gill, Mariah Carey, and then Raven Simone. How did that happen?
Wow.
'Cause she's a cute little girl,
Yeah.
cute little actress.
Yeah. She's
What
a
made
grown
you-
woman now.
Absolutely, but
All
how
right,
did-
y'all. Don't do the math on
Right?
that.
Exactly.
All right.
But how did it come to legend, icon, Raven Simone? She was on the come up, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Her name was already known.
Yeah. But
What
you
made
know,
you
as
guess to, I can make this sound good?
quiet as it kept, I worked with a lot of so-called like TV actors and people who are not really known to be in the music, like Raven Simone, Chris Webber,
The basketball player.
the basketball player that played for
Sings.
NBA. Yeah. She's
Stick to playing
gonna
ball.
kill me because she was so cool. Jasmine Guy.
I like Jasmine Guy.
Jasmine Guy did her record, you know, and
I didn't know she had a record though.
yeah, well, you know, they gave her a deal,
Okay.
okay, and so Raven Simone was, you know, it was one of those things where they were saying, okay, you know, she's already got an audience as a TV audience,
Okay.
so you know, let's see what we can do with her music talent, you
Right.
know, and that's how that came about, you know, and so they, you know how that is.
I loved her as the little one on the Cosby Show.
Oh yeah, everybody
It
did.
wasn't until I was doing my homework on you that I knew she had an album. That being said,
Okay.
now you also did some engineering for the great place Serafina.
Yes.
That had to be a high. That
Yes.
had to be
That's very dear to
something
my heart.
different. What is the difference or the experience between, let's say, engineering for a play or in studio for an album? It's a different feeling because that's very spur of the moment,
Yeah.
live on cue. Whereas an
Yeah.
album, it's in studio. Okay, let's do that over.
Yeah.
No room for mix-ups.
I knew about the story of Serafina when before I was really approached about doing the project.
Okay.
When I heard Whoopi Goldberg was going to be, you know, starring in the movie, you know, I started to really do my research on it.
Okay.
So that being said, you know, that right there inspired me.
Right.
You know, I'm very much about my heritage. I'm very proud to be a Black American.
Right.
All right. So, and so when my lawyer said, you know, I got this situation for Serafina where you can go to South Africa and record the actual cast of the play.
Right.
Now, y'all gotta feel me on this one. As an engineer, okay, we're gonna go back now. See, as an engineer, I went to school for engineering, and in my schooling, I had to learn how to record orchestras and rock bands and different kind of music that I hadn't really been exposed to. So, you know, after many years, you know, engineering on my own, doing my own thing, I was approached about this. I was like, whoa, the cast of Serafina, you know, all these different kinds of African sounds and voices.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, where do I sign? And so that you know, that really kicked it off for me, and I got the opportunity to go to South Africa and kind of see the, you know, see how they lived, to kind of see the whole thing firsthand. And it was beautiful. It was one of a lifetime. It was, you know.
Hey man, listen. Let me ask you, right?
Yeah.
In South Africa, I know you spent a great deal of time in. You know, you work with a phenomenal dude, a guy, man, who's considered a legend in South Africa, Hugh Masekela.
Yeah.
What was that like? Because you know the Johnny Pates, the Hugh Masekelas, the Felas, the Femi Kutus.
Yeah.
Those are all big time legends.
And we. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm just, you know, I'm getting kind of excited talking about the names of some of the people that you work with. And a lot of people don't know these kind of people, how world renowned are, man. What was it like working with them?
All right. The reason why I was getting ready to cut you off, because you were leaving out Miriam Makeba. May she rest in peace. I met her as well. Hugh, let's just start with Hugh. Hugh, my brother Moss Tao. They just embraced me. They basically, you know, we came in as these Americans. You know, we stood out. The funny thing at the time, a lot of people thought I played for the Knicks. You know, like, you Patrick Ewing, you know. No, I'm not Patrick Ewing. So that was cool, and so Hugh was. I learned a lot. I mean, he was the best tour guide anybody could have. You know, I mean. Not only am I, you know, it's like seeing this, you know, this legendary jazz musician, you know, that didn't really hit me at the time. It was just, I mean, I heard his name before and blah, blah, blah. But as I got to know him as a person, I was like, this guy is awesome, you know, he's just awesome. He sat us down one day, me and another good friend, and he told us the true story of Shaka Zulu. I mean, Hollywood will do their thing.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course.
All right? So, and he kicked it to me, you know, Zulu style about the, you know, the Boers, the Dutch, and the Zulus, you know, how they fought off. You know, I mean, it was incredible. I have it actually somewhere on a little micro cassette, but I mean, just you know, that's what's one moment with Hugh is we were just kicking it, and he told me that story. So, so he was he inspired me to actually stay longer and you know really get into the whole culture in South Africa. I've been to these so-called little speakeasies that they have, which are like, you know, little everybody's crib. Everybody they stock their fridge up with the, you know, with beer, you know, drinks. They have their snacks. People get together in a room like this, and they just kick it. They just kick it. And these people know English as well as 20 other different African dialects, as well as Dutch, Afrikaans, you name it. And so, you know, the history is like in the room with you. This you know, it's very spiritual.
So did you pick up any of the language while you were there?
Yeah, I picked up the language. So all my South African people who are listening in Chapuzet, you know. So a little bit, you know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you sing or play any instrument yourself?
Nah, the only instrument I play is the mixing board.
That's it.
I mean, I've dibbled and dabbled and some woodwinds. I used to play trumpet a little bit. I used to fool around with guitar and drums, and then just a little insight. When I was a young man, I wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to fly planes. So I was very much fascinated with instrumentation. Anything that involved a lot of knobs, meters, gauges, whatever, lights, I'm down for that. Yeah, I'm down for that. I could have been your water maintenance dude, you know what I'm saying? Just turning valves and pipes and whatnot. But yeah, that was me.
It's
so
not too late. That's natural to you. Right?
Yeah, look for me at the Hoover Dam next,
exactly.
y'all. I'll be at the Hoover Dam, y'all. All right.
So how much tweaking do you actually do? I mean, you know, Mariah's in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest high notes, so we know you didn't tweak that.
Nah, I mean, well,
but how?
Tweak that diva style.
Yeah, we want to know. We tell on this Gabie show. We have people come up here and tell. We're not saying throw everybody under the bus,
right?
But we want to know because you know we do our own little singing in the shower to all these albums, and then we say, "Oh my God, they coming to concert, we gotta go." Right. And then we get there, we're like, Who is that? That doesn't sound like nothing I heard. Who and what and why? So how much, not any one particular artist, but how much of it is tweaking voices?
Okay. Nowadays, you have so much different things to help a singer sound good. Back then, it relied on the engineer and his experience in the in the what they call outboard gear, which meant EQs and compression and DSs and things like that. So without naming any names.
If you want to name names, you can.
Well, I know, but
I'm just
you know what I'm saying.
You don't have to.
I do want them to call me back to work eventually. You know what I'm saying.
Because everybody watches.
But some did put me to work now. They really put me to work.
Okay.
Some voices are very mid-rangey.
Okay.
And some voices are like Mariah's Carey wasn't really voiced to deal. Her voice wasn't very hard to deal with, except for that Guinness Book thing. That's a killer on some. 2 15-inch big Genlex speakers. It's like, whoa.
I imagine.
But some other artists definitely required a lot of tweaking to do. And yes, and like I said, nowadays you can just hit a button.
Right.
And the computer do it for you.
So you can make me a singer then.
Absolutely. It's what I'm saying.
My fan base grows because my fan base is growing. My flock.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for a deal. And I said, I'm not going to look for a deal. I'm going to be on the NEB Music Group. And I'm going to have a deal.
Okay.
Now what? You saw it here first.
Yeah.
And Rodney's going to be my engineer.
We're going to do that thing. We're going to get platinum. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a singer.
We're going to get platinum,
I'm a talk show host.
No, first of all, you got to change your attitude. Okay?
I don't want to be a singer.
Well, most singers, they already know that they're going to be stars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be a star, but I'm going to be, Miss Gabie, the star, not the singer.
No, but you are the best singer.
I don't even want to be the best. I don't want to be a singer.
No. Gabie, you're getting off on the wrong foot.
Okay, I'm off on the wrong foot.
You want to sing? Gabie, look at me. You want to sing? I work with a lot of singers. You want to sing?
I want to sing.
You are the best singer.
I am the best singer.
That's right. You're the best singer out there.
First, I am the best webcast and future talk show host. And then we'll be the best singer if Raven can do it and be so Raven, then I could be so Raven. I love her.
We love Raven.
No doubt. Do. I love her.
I love her too.
And I'm grown and I love to watch her show.
Hey, at that age, at that time, she was very mature. You know what I'm saying?
Even now, she's
good
funny
people.
And she's a pretty
she's good people.
woman.
No doubt.
That doesn't make her a singer.
Yeah, she's a good people. Well, that's true. On that note,
we're gonna go. What are we doing? Do we have some of Rodney's music or something? Now that I'm probably ending my career.
This was such a special moment at the time. We didn't properly prepare, but the name speaks for itself. Tell you the truth, if you really want it, you could go on iTunes and stuff like that and support the movement that he made. So if you really want to keep it real public, that's what you could do. But you could go there, buy the music online and stuff like that at your local digital stores and support his movement. Because the man is a genius when it comes to mixing, and it's just that simple. I feel a lot of times that sometimes the public don't support the individual art as the way they're supposed to. I would like to see that more. But I do apologize for not having any of the soundtrack in it. But, the name speaks for itself. He's telling you what he's done. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus.
He's telling you what he's telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes to me.
True, absolutely. Buff couldn't be here tonight. We have KV on the 1 and 2. Y'all need to go to Apple iTunes and pick up that KV 4408 album while you're at it.
Anyway, listen, it's back to me right now. We're going to take a video break and everything like that. We're going to let this music ride out while I set up a video. And we're going to come back with some more interview of Rod Ascue, Academy Award engineers in the building on dbnebmusic.com. I've been told to say it slower. You know what I'm saying? So right now we're gonna put some more video or two. You know, just sit tight. You know, you can check out the video and get something to drink. You know how it is. And we'll be back. All right, so just hang in there.
Y'all gonna be in trouble this year. Mr. Chin got a problem. Standing right here.
Let me tell you where I'm at. This time let me tell you where I'm at.
Oh yeah, and if you like this song, you can pick this song up on iTunes. It's called Where I'm At. It's by Troy Martin. Alright, DBNEB Music, or you can go into the website, dbnebmusic.com. And get it from there. Alright, by Troy Martin, Where I'm At. We're going to get ready to flip to the video after the song, so just sit tight, take a little break and everything. We'll be back with my man, Ryan Ascue, in the building.
Heard they built the roof in the precinct cause you do sing. You're not the crack man, you pack man. Go hit the app, finish my pack man. 700 for me, 300 for you. Hit me in the hour. Let's repeat the cycle. Troy's the shit, bang mallets, I break dentures. I'm like 8 miles, your flow's 8 inches high. Gun hills in the hills in the building. To me you're like a grape, I can easily switch them. My 9 freeze thugs like mugshot pictures, don't test them.
Because the way I look, man. You show them the money, they don't want to give you. It's like they don't stop.
Where you guys want to go?
We want to go to Brooklyn, man. Yo, man, all it is, man, is a connection for the complexion, man.
Brooklyn? What do you want to go to Brooklyn for?
You can't go uptown, you can't go to Brooklyn.
Give me the money first before I can pull up on it.
You gonna rob them black.
That's too far. It's kind of getting towards my lunch hour. I can't take you to Brooklyn. Go somewhere else.
Take this for example, young brothers want rep, cause in the life they're living, you can't have step. It starts with the young ones doing crimes for fun, and if you ain't down, you'll get played out, son. So let's get a car, you know I fly with. Get a dent, pull a screwdriver, and be off quick with the dope ride, yeah, and a rowdy crew. We could bag us a Benz and an Audi too, even a Jeep or van, goddamn, we're getting ours, yo. Take a trip up the strip and be like stars, so it doesn't matter if the cops be scoping. They can't do jack, that's why a young brother's open to do anything, anywhere, any place. Buck wild in another court case, it's the code of the streets. They might say that we're a menace to society, but at the same time I say, why is it me? Am I the target for destruction? What about the system and total corruption? I can't work at no fast food joint, I got some talent, so don't you get my point? I'll organize some brothers and get crazy loot, selling DRUGS's and clocking dollars true. Cause de facto, yo, that suits me fine. I gotta have it so I can leave behind the mad poverty, never having, always needed. If a sucker steps up, then I leave him bleeding. I gotta get mine, I can't take no shorts. And while I'm selling, here's a flash report. Organized crime, they get theirs on the down low. Here's the ticket, wanna bet on a horse show? You got to be a pro, do what you know, when you're dealing with the code of the streets. Out of 10 I win, with the skills I be wielding. Got the 10th one kneeling, let me express my feelings. Cool has never been one to play a big shot. It's just the styles I got that keep my mic hot. And fuck turning my back to the street scene. It gives me energy, so I'ma keep fiends coming just to get what I'm selling. Maybe criminal or felon, dropping gems on your melon. So keep abreast to the gangsta conquest. Underground roughnecks, pounds of respect. I've never been afraid to let loose my speech. My brothers know I kick the code up the streets.
If you don't know the wisdom of the streets, you don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as schooling. You know what I'm saying? That's on the strip, man. You know what I'm saying? Because times is hard, man.
You gotta be European on
I'm out here living, man. I be the way I want to be, man. They're always stereotyping us, man. Word, man. Somebody look at us and they just keep it moving.
Where are you guys going?
You wanna go to Brooklyn, man?
Brooklyn? It's too far, I don't know.
It's okay, man.
They got that parade going on over there today.
Well, I don't know much about Brooklyn.
It's not that I'm prejudiced or anything, but I'm going off duty in a few minutes.
We all black, man.
Black or white, I don't trust you.
I'm out of gas. I gotta get gas. That's what it is.
Let me see the money. Just give us
I know how to get to the airport.
Yeah, Eastside. My name Gangsta Richie Cup. I'm here to introduce Snoop Dogg, Trey, Goldie Lope, and Bush Cassidy, and the Eastsiders. Welcome to my city. Let's do this, fellas.
Now, wow. What's up, cat?
Damn.
Yeah, yeah.
Some motherfucking doghouse battle cat collaboration right here. You know this motherfucker bang out to see. Straight West Coast style. But like peep the script. I bang with the gang that don't need no intro. We run from East Long Beach to West South Central. Credentials, the kick flows and rip shows. Dip foes and pimp hoes while the endo blow. You know the West Coast low mentality. Focused on reality, but living in a whole nother galaxy. We keep it straight hard, go board the spot. Bang and snatch chains in the parking lot. Don't matter, it still be fine hoes together. Pick about the thickest bitch and I got to have her. It's routine, the cool queen, let's hit the show. You know we all fucking once they glitch the pole. With the satin in my hand, pack the gat on my lap. Cause it's hating when you're skating and your pockets is fat. Don't act for a minute like your ass surprised. Just recognize the real way the gangsters ride.
If it ain't chronic, don't blaze it up. And if it ain't a Chevy, don't race it up. You know we keep it banging, don't think the phone. So all the real niggas stay gangstered up. We making paper suckers only claim to touch. By sticking to the script and never changing up. You know we keep it banging, don't think the phone. Keep it real, motherfuckers, stay gangstered up.
It's going down, motherfuckers. Like that, sound like Battle Cat, and upstairs was that. And the knocking don't stop. I hope nobody don't call the cops. It don't stop. The beat to make it pop lock. Not better yet, cause the shit to keep your Glock cocked. You think I'm tripping? Fool, I ain't bullshitting. You better read up on the shit to keep the latest non-fiction. Watch out for the friction. This West Coast on mine, and fuck anybody dissing, nigga listen. Doghouse style, cause I'm a gangster crib. She walking, holding on the extra clip. Now you wanna be a friend, but you gon' make me unload and slap the other clip in and reload. You wanna go toe to toe, set my pistol down on the ground, on the pound, nigga, hell no.
I'm staying gangster up, cause it just lives in me. And when I've seen enough, I guess that's when I'll be somebody. One thing I really see, nigga don't speak on me. I won't stop, so let me be. We all from the street, somebody.
I'm a Long Beach East Side mad ass lunatic, gang bang, slap a bitch nigga out to get a grip. On the grind, getting mine, ask the homies on the 920. You know, we still on niggas who talk bitch shit. Real niggas feel this, let's get rich. Under the sun, with the young 2-1s, TLCs, and all the DPGs. Down for whatever, whoever wanna see me now. You looking like me, I guess you wanna be me now. It take a whole lot to be Snoop Eagle Dub. You gotta put it down and always stay G'd up. All-star shoes with the G apparel. If I fall in the club, I might bust a pair of Stacy Adams. You never catch me looking R&B. I might be in a 3-piece suit looking way OG. Blazing the apples with the homie cat, a rough dog, cause I love putting hustlers on the map. I keep it gangster for show though, low, and always got the motherfucking dodo smoke. For all my lows and kin folks, this is for y'all. Let me hit something, dog. Beware my click. We hopping and dropping, nothing but the gangster shit. If it ain't chronic, don't blaze it up. And if it ain't a Chevy, don't raise it up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the phone. For all my real niggas, stay gangstered up. We making paper suckers only claim to touch. By sticking to the script and never changing up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the phone. Keep it real, motherfuckers, stay gangstered up. Gangster, gangster, doghouse. Something for the 9-5 plus 4 pennies. Trade in, Goldie Low. Yeah. My nigga Battle Cat on the beat, for sure. Busters for life, what? Yeah, yeah. West side, west side, west side. Yeah. You can't spell the West without the ES. Oh yeah, we connecting, y'all. That's how we do it.
Miss Gabie. Thanks for tuning back into us. We're going to pick up. I know I've been saying Grammy Award winning, you know. Okay, it's Academy Award, so we're going to just leave that up to, I was speaking it to God, speaking it to the universe.
All right.
So
Excellent.
this time next year, when you're getting a Grammy.
All right. Oh, no doubt.
Shout me out.
Absolutely.
Shout Miss Gabie out because Miss Gabie spoke it up.
Miss Gabie, DBNE Music, no doubt. I got you.
Hey, wait, DBNEB.
You know what I'm saying? That's an NEB music. My bad.
You could just say NEB. Everybody understand. You know, it doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, for sure. I mean, because I'm definitely one that's, you know, about speaking it into existence. You know what I'm saying? If you will it, you know what I'm saying, you pray on it, you know, you definitely can make it happen.
You are so focused.
Thanks.
You are so focused.
All right.
You know, out of all you've done, what has been your great musical accomplishment, your greatest? What is the one thing that you say, I didn't think I was going to do that, but I did it. I can't believe that fell in my lap and I just blew it out the frame.
Wow.
I mean, it's a lot to go through. Serafina, MJ, Stevie Wonder.
Okay.
Just the list is crazy. So
I mean, yeah. Wow.
It doesn't have to be any person. Could be a project.
Yeah, because it's not really like the superstar one would expect. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's okay. It's like this. Shouts out to Les Whitaker, and you know, I don't know if Les ever really made it as far as his record deal is concerned, but he was a project that I was asked to come in and do at Quad Studio. And it was also one of my first jobs on an SSL board. Okay, so of those engineers out there, you know, you mix heads, music programming people, you know what I'm saying? The SSL was at the time one of the premier mixing boards you can get your song recorded, mixed, and produced on. It was fully automated, you know what I'm saying, had a little computer that was hooked up to it. It used to use these big-ass floppy drives, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's like, you know, but when I got that gig, I was like, yo, you got to go in there like you know what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there like, you know, this is SSL and you're all intimidated. You got to know what you're doing. So I had a book on it. And I read it, and I studied it and everything. I did the session. I got through the session. I didn't even know if they were going to call me back for the next day for the next session. Okay. So at the end of the first session, that day of the first session, the producer came back in the room and says, okay, we're going to start at such and such time tomorrow. You good?
And you said, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm good to go. I'm
That's
ready.
it. You know what I mean? So that was like a really high point in my career that, you know, boom, I had mastered this SSL. Well, I hadn't mastered it yet, but I had, you know, I did my thing on it, and the guy was pleased, and he asked me to come back.
You made yourself marketable.
Yeah.
There's a lesson in this. That means once you go to school and you learn a skill, continue to self-teach. Self-teaching is the best. Read, people. You have to read. Wait, do we have a call coming in? We have a call on the bat line. Hold on a second. DBNEB Music.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, caller?
Caller on line 1.
Caller, are you there?
Call, there is.
You heard my
They
voice?
put the wrong number. They thought it was Jeffrey Holder. I'm going to tell you a quick little funny story. When I was a little girl, and I mean, I'm still quite young, but I was a younger girl, little, I'm talking maybe 6, right? You know how little kids see commercials and they stop dead in their tracks for the jingles and stuff? Well, I used to stop dead in my tracks for Jeffrey Holder. And as a little girl, I didn't really know his name, but I knew he was the Uncola man, the Uncola. So my mother and I downtown shopping on Madison Avenue one day, and we were on one side of the street, and way on the other side of the street, I see this white linen suit floating down the block. At 6 years old, I was in love with Jeffrey Holder.
No doubt.
Okay? Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what happened? Mom, there's the Uncola man. Yeah. So my mother has to dodge through traffic. Yeah, on Madison Avenue. Madison Avenue is never this busy.
I'm feeling this.
Right?
I'm feeling this. I'm with you. I'm
right?
with you.
Dodge through traffic to get me over to Jeffrey Holt, the Uncola.
Yeah.
We get over there, and because Gabrielle is 6 years old, is in love, and I'm 5 feet tall now, and I'm not 6. At 6, I might have been 18 inches tall. In any case, Jeffrey Holt is a big dude, right?
Yeah.
So I might be up to his kneecaps or
And
something. I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the sun
catching up
is
with him
shining.
must have been a task.
Wow, my mother dragged me. It was the best. Mom, come on.
Yeah.
And the sun is glowing and shining around this Adonis of a man at 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get all the way across the street. Mr. Holder, my daughter wants to, meet you, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Gabrielle do? She starts crying.
Oh.
I stood there. That was my show of affection for the Uncola man. And you have his voice. So if I start crying, that'll be why.
Well,
I just broke down. I just started crying.
I'm feeling that moment. I'm feeling that moment for brother Jeffrey Holder. Shouts out. I loved him in Live and Let Die. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
No doubt.
That voice has got to bring you
No
some
doubt.
attention.
Yeah, it does. I haven't been, much of a singer, and so
you can be. You just told me you could be a singer. I could be a singer.
You could be, and I could be too. It's just where my focus is. You know what I'm saying? My focus was never really on singing.
Okay, so let me just throw some of this back at you.
Okay.
You're starting off on the wrong foot. Rod, say I can be a singer. That's what you just did to me.
Yeah,
That's
that is what I did. Yeah, but we're talking going too far back for me to really even focus on something like that. Like when it was actually approached to me, I was too far into my athletics. Like I was supposed to be in the NFL, but that's neither here or there, right?
You didn't miss your calling. You
right.
You was getting ready to say I missed my calling.
Right.
You
You know
didn't
what I'm
miss
saying?
the calling.
Mustafa, you feel me? It's all
We're
good.
having a flashback moment.
Yeah.
He was a hard-hitting dude. He was also like a state MVP or nationwide MVP.
Wow.
Yeah, man. He was
won
hitting
state.
hard in
EV
football.
field, maybe? On the EV field?
No, this was down in South Carolina. He's a
Which, by the way,
he
I
broke
did
school
some
records
homework.
down there.
And I happen to know that you have a studio because I do my homework.
Wow.
So
Okay.
My big brother Mustafa over here tried to tell me. I said, well, Miss Gabie does the homework. Y'all know that. I couldn't remember the name of the studio, but I said in North Charleston, South Carolina, there's a studio. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it again?
It was. It was named Chucktown Sounds.
Chucktown Sounds. That was the name.
Chucktown. Chucktown is the nickname for Charleston. So you do the math on that, and that's what everybody down in Charleston they call it the Chuck, and so I started a studio basically to kind of inspire the youngins on how we came up, in this hood right here, with DBNEB music is, what I'm saying? How we, how we was inspired.
Gun Hill stands up.
Put your hands up.
Gun Hill stands up.
So, you know what I'm saying? We was inspired by, like Flash and the Furious 5 showing up here at the T Connection.
Right.
We had, I was telling my oldest son earlier today about Bambaataa coming to Bronx River.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I was too young to go over there at the time.
I was kind of too young too. I had to beg and plead and clean and do all the good things around the house to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
I was too young. I had to sneak off.
Did you?
Shout out to
I
my
had to
husband,
do my
Todd.
sneaking
He can't
too.
see this right now. But sneaking is how I met my husband. So.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Todd Williams.
All
Make
right.
sure you hit that Facebook up too on Todd Williams. The Free Todd Williams campaign. Put your cast in, cast your thoughts about that. Because we like to know what you feel. Here's the man's been incarcerated over 19 years for something that he hasn't done and pretty much could proven it, but the system keeps on letting him down. So if you got time, hit us up on Facebook, the Free Todd Williams campaign. Oh, matter of fact, y'all was talking about Jeffrey Holder, right? Wait, wasn't he in Boomerang too? You remember he was like,
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Eddie Murphy and the cast out there, Halle Berry and all that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. But Grace Jones, right? Grace Jones.
Strong J.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Strong J. So we got a list of things here that you have to be very happy and blessed about.
Yes.
That God has put on your shoulders, and you took the ball and you ran with it.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I've been blessed.
Mustafa has touched on the fact that you was You was on your way to be a football legend, but you took the music route instead.
Actually,
You was on your way to be a football legend.
well,
Let's not be humble.
Like I encourage my kids, and I encourage all kids. If you got a dream, you need to stick with that dream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's looking at his son and he's looking at the camera because the
no
baby's
doubt.
out there watching. One of his babies is in here with us, Gerard.
Yeah, so
Big shout out to Gerard.
Yeah, shout out to my
So
son
cute.
Gerard. No doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Inside, come out here with us. Got some young
Go
girls
around the side
watching.
and get the
And
picture.
I don't know if you
All
know
right.
this. Gerard is the man of the hour, but we're going to bring his baby out here because he's cute. And if any of y'all think y'all going to run up on the youngin', Miss Gabie screens everything. And if you didn't watch the Ricky Marino show, she's a hard one to get by. We're very choosy. They may not be choosy, but I'm very choosy.
All right. That's
Hey,
right.
man.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
13 years old. I'm going to shout him
15.
out. 15. I'm sorry, 15. But it's been, 12 years?
Well, no, actually, this is my oldest son.
Okay.
And I believe you're referring to my youngest son.
Okay.
Yes, who's not with us. Shout out to Jalen. Jalen Ascue.
He's not with us in the studio.
Yeah, he's not with us
by
in the
all
studio.
God's blessings,
What up,
he's
Jay?
still with
Absolutely.
us and alive today.
No
There's
doubt.
a
Thank you, Gabie.
beautiful story
Thank you, Gabie. Thank you.
behind that.
For real.
This is where I start crying, but
Yeah.
let's touch on that because
Okay, go
this has
ahead.
got to be
It's all
this
good.
has got to be your greatest accomplishment.
It's all good.
The greatest as a mother. This, if for nothing else, this story has got to be. If it's not, you got to tell me what beats it. It's got to be the proudest moment, your greatest accomplishment in life, as a man and as a parent. So you tell the people the story, because
to put it in a nutshell, okay, in a quick nutshell, so I don't get all emotional with it too, because saying,
we cry.
you know what I'm saying,
up here.
I'm a man, you know what I'm saying, and so like I, you know what I'm saying, this brought me, like as you say, full circle into what I feel is a full essence of a man. I grew up in a single family home. Me and my mom. Shout out to my mom's Hazel Miller. She raised me right.
Mom, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? She raised me right here in Gun Hill. She raised me in a lot of areas right here in New York. You know what I'm saying? On her own since I was 5 years old. And so it was like, so coming up, being the only child, you know, it's like, okay, when I start my fam, I gotta have more than one.
I want a team.
You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to get me a starting five,
Right.
you know? And so shouts out to my wife, Kimberly.
Shout
She,
out to
you
him.
know,
Birthday
she,
tattoo.
What up,
right.
sis?
You know what I'm saying? And I met her when I was in high school in South Carolina playing ball.
Okay.
But, and, you know, she knows my story, you know, very well as well. So, so like I said, when we started this family, we started this family, you know, I don't mean to diss my son. That was out of love. He knows. So, you know, when we started this family, you know what I'm saying, it was like, okay, boom, you know, honey, I'm pregnant again.
Right.
I'm having my second son. So, boom, I was overjoyous that my oldest here would not, you know what I'm saying, he'd have a little homie, yo, what's up, let's roll, you know? And so when Jalen was 8, he was born, and he was jaundiced. So for those parents who know what jaundice is,
Yellowing
he was yellow in the eyes, his skin, and so forth. And so in his liver, you know, jaundice it starts with your liver.
Okay.
Okay, which means it's not excreting the bile, which makes that yellow skin tone. It's not pushing it out like it should. He was 18 months old when he went for a liver transplant. Now, prior to that, you know, he went under feeding tubes and all kind of things to what they call make him thrive at his age, okay?
Right.
And none of them, you know, seemed to work, and we were told that Jalen would need a liver transplant. So that being said, it was like, whoa, okay.
Right.
So, you know, what are the options? You know, it's like, okay, you got your donor list. And then there's a program called the Living Related Donor. Okay. Now, let me switch tracks right quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get deep for everybody in the room and everybody in the audience. You see what I'm saying? Because God will work in totally mysterious ways. Me, this young man right here, my wife, and my youngest son are all the same blood type.
Wow.
Okay? So that helped Jalen's transplant tremendously.
Right.
Okay? And so we were able to be living related donors. Now, I was his first donor. And what happened was, you know, we did the whole makeup biopsies and stuff like that. And it came to the day of surgery when my doctor looked at my, you know, my records and my blood record, and he was like, you know, hey, I see something here. You know, what's going on? When did you get this? Now, like Gabby mentioned earlier, during my engineering career, I did a lot of travels. I've been to Berlin, I've been to Germany, I've been South Africa, Jamaica, and so I, you know, I had this so-called virus or whatever, but I fought it off on my own. The doctor didn't catch it till the very last minute, and right at the day of surgery, they canceled on us. They was like, no, we're not going to do this transplant. So then we had to go and start pretty much from you know, ground zero, again, as they say. And so my wife, she got into gear. She started exercising. She started doing everything that a mother would do for her child. Okay, and you know what I'm saying. So then, boom, and before you knew it, the doctor was like, he did a workup on her, and he was like, yeah, you know, and so so she was his donor. June 29th, 1998. Which is like, you know, we celebrate that day as another anniversary for Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. And so, you know, him and my wife both went in for surgery. Wow. So, you know what I'm saying? For all you fathers out there, you know what I'm saying? You know, that was like, whoa. That's all I can.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. What the term that they call it, for what I remember with my medical background, is the caudate liver transplant. That involves a partial transplant of the liver, which it allows to grow in the young person. Most of the time, that works for newborns. The liver, as you know, is the only organ that can reconstruct itself.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
So, and that's what's a blessing about that. The caudate liver transplant a lot of times came through extensive cell research and STEM research. So those people out there who are voting STEM research down, please reevaluate, because you're hearing a man tell you his story about stem cell research. That's very important in the upbringing, and it helps cures a lot of diseases or conditions that people are born with. I didn't mean to take you away from that, but I felt that the public needs to know that that's one thing that they need to know about that. So, you know, support President Obama with the stem cell research. But back to your story. I'm sorry to take you away from that.
It's all good. That's a good note. Like I said, the blood type, it was a blessing, and you know, that the whole fact that his liver now is part of my wife's liver, and it's working fine for him. This young man is playing football. He's an all-star football player.
God is good.
God is good. He's great.
That's right. All the time. That's what medical care does.
That's what I'm saying. This was, you know, that's why we telling y'all, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you're afraid to pray, don't be afraid to pray, because prayer got me through it. You know what I'm saying? This story is
something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Pick whatever it is and pray to
Right, that's right.
Not saying people, you know what I'm talking about.
All right, you know.
And people also got to realize that, you know, even when you're blessed, give a prayer. Because you got to pray sometimes to keep things from changing.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people they be down on their knees when things are down. I pray all the time as much as I can. I mean, that's one thing I do. And I tell other people, man, the power of prayer doesn't have to be when you're down and out or when you're going through stress. It could be because you're overjoyed about something too.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I just want people to know that feeling, you know.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm extremely overjoyed.
Thank you. As a black woman,
yeah.
I want to say thank you on behalf of all black women, all mothers.
Well, thank you.
Because they're, you know what? People say we don't have good black men. They hard to find. They out there.
Yeah.
They might need a little grooming.
Yeah.
A little shine and polishing. You don't find a diamond shaped like a diamond either, people. It comes out as a lump of coal. Fools. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand?
All right.
So Gun Hill might be a little coal mine every now and then, but we got diamonds that come up out of here. Why y'all make me do this? Every now and then I got to come out my bed.
You can only get that on the Miss Gabie show, though.
No, you know why? Because people are quick to down on black men. Black men don't do. Black men don't do. You want to see what black men do? Tune into the Miss Gabie show.
All right. There you go, Miss Gabby. Put it down for y'all. Y'all let it know.
do.
You know what I'm saying? So all you young brothers, that's right. You know what I'm saying?
And no black men make pretty
Right.
babies. What about that?
Hey, yo, and on that note, like basically, like I always tell my oldest son here, you know what I'm saying, young black brothers, it's step your game up time.
Absolutely.
It's truly, truly step your game up time, yo. All right? It's a trap. You know it's a trap. If you're going to listen to the rap, and I'm not a rapper, so I'm not even trying to rhyme, but if you're going to listen to it, then listen to it. Don't just hear it. Listen to it. You feel me? You know, it's step your game up time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get correct with each other, get correct with your sisters, you know what I'm saying? Get correct with your elders, get that history, and you know what I'm saying? And it's there for you. It's there for you, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can go on and on with it, you know what I'm saying? Our power is enormous, you know what I'm saying, as a people.
Well, if that's
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
that, we have to give a message to the sisters who are tolerating the young brothers to wear
As
their
well,
pants down.
that's right, and step your game up time too, sister,
You know?
and that will definitely
There was a time-
help him step his game
Absolutely.
up. Yeah,
Do not be afraid to make demands and have standards.
Yeah.
If you are 15,
No doubt.
you should have standards.
no doubt.
My husband did not wear sneakers when I met him. Hard bottom shoes. I want to see brothers in hard bottom shoes.
All right.
Stop. Pull your
All right.
pants up. I'm not going to say what Ricky Marino called somebody at a show. But pull your pants up. And little girls, young ladies,
No, you know,
we have some demands. That means your mamas, your grandmamas, the girls on your block need to show y'all how to set standards. And you have to demand that of your little 15-year-old boyfriends.
Hey, speaking of the boyfriend situations and all that, and listen, I celebrated the 28th birthday of my daughter.
Happy birthday.
Big shout out
Happy
to Frankie
birthday.
Demora.
All right.
Okay, Howell, I love you. And, you know, you just heard us talk about men. I'm glad the boyfriend that you're
Is she
trying to
tuned
pick
in
right
right
now
now?
don't wear his pants down, because you know I was judging him as soon as he got out the car and met me that day. So I just want you to know that. Chris, big shout outs to you, Chris.
All
You know what I'm saying? So I just want you to know. I
This
just
is
wanted
the
to pull that
blast.
point. Yeah, I be telling them all the time on Facebook,
blast.
pull your pants up, man.
On blast.
I don't have any daughters. I have a 9-year-old son who's probably watching. And, excuse me, he was on Facebook, SMH, and shaking his head because I called him by his first name. He was born Marquise, capital M-A-R-Q-U-I-S, and he goes
Government.
by J.R. Williams. Yes, and I'm saying it again because he was shaking his head on Facebook. But in case. And, yeah, we went through that stage of him, you know, pull your pants up, pull your pants up. He's a big boy, tall, big.
Right.
Don't nobody want to see that.
Right.
But you
Yeah.
know what it is?
Yeah.
The little girls want to see that.
Right. Well,
and I'm
yeah.
I was in his head like, pull your pants up. But then, after beating him in the head with it, and I'm still going to beat him in his head because don't wear your pants like that around me.
Right.
I realized he's doing it because these silly little girls are
Right.
okay in it. Stop co-signing stuff.
No doubt. And I mean, most
You don't
of
wear
you,
your pants down, boo-boo, do you?
well, it's like
No,
this.
not around here.
Okay? Most of young men, you know, they're kind of trapped in the image thing. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? We were impressionable young men coming up here in Gun Hill. We had our leads pressed tight.
Yeah, we were
You know what I'm
styling.
saying?
though.
We were
Crazy.
styling.
Went
We
out
had
to
our
party, man.
Adidases. We had our Pumas fresh
Shark
and
skins,
all that.
AJs.
But basically, you know, it was about, you know, it was all good, right? British Walkers, you know, no doubt.
Dating
So,
ourselves. I
right.
was still young at this time and
But-
not allowed off the block.
Yeah, and so, you know, what happened, I think, too, you know, media got big, and while media got big, they got more influential. And so they influenced our youth to sort of a thug culture. And basically, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, the thug culture thing, it's one thing if you live in it, if you really, really, really got to do what you got to do to eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you really got to do what you got to do to eat. Not if you want to do or your homeboy, you know what I'm saying?
It's not that serious.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cuss, you know, but these things kind of get me a little upset, you know what I'm saying? Because I had every opportunity. Every opportunity. I was the only kid in a single parent home. You know what I'm saying? I had every opportunity to roll whatever way I wanted to roll. You see what I'm saying? But I respected my mom. I respected her love for me. and how hard she was working to keep me straight, to keep me in the AJs, to keep me in the Pumas, you know what I'm saying, so far. So that being said, you know what I'm saying, do you, but like, you know, like just do you. Don't do that what's not you. Don't, you know, if sagging pants ain't like you and you ain't gangster like that, you ain't really did time where they take your belts. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have nothing to hold your pants up. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, the so-called, they say sag culture came from. You see what I'm saying? You know, do you. Don't do what's not you. Because, I mean, I just remember back in the days, you know, when you was like copying somebody, everybody used to say you biting.
Right.
Yeah, everybody wanted their own trend.
Biting hard.
Cool.
That was not cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just do yourself. You know what I'm saying? The whole pants down things, come on, there's a lot of drawbacks to that. For one, you can't really catch the train or the bus with your pants hanging off your ass. You can't run from the police. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to have clean drawers all the time. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no faded, kind of like spotty types. So, like I said earlier, step your game up, y'all. That's all.
I don't even know where that came from, to tell you the truth. That just kind of dropped out of nowhere. I don't even know what was the turning point for something like that happening.
I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Well, and I'll tell you
it's imagery. It's basically what it is.
What's crazy about it? What's crazy about it, though? You know, like if you look at, you know, the National Geographic, Discovery Channel and stuff, where they showing like CNBC. Big shout out to all them big time networks and stuff. Hopefully we could get on there one day. Right. Okay, because we have something interesting too. But I would like to say CNBC especially, they went behind the scene at one of the prisons out there in Cali. You know, big shout outs to all my brothers that are incarcerated. Fight your battle. Try to do what you got to do to survive. Okay, that's always, I'm going to tell you that.
True.
All right, but yo, everybody that they showed, everybody that they had interviewed, all these guys had their belts up and their pants up. There was nobody running around with their pants hanging down to their ankles. You know what I mean?
Up under their chest.
So I can't understand where did it come from. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Was it Jodeci?
Yeah, right. No, it came from jail, and was it not that supposedly it came from jail? It means you was for sale. So little boys, pull your pants up. We're gonna start throwing pants.
Yeah, well, see, there it is. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, these guys got life. They got life.
Y'all gotta look at
Gabie in the street, and she says, "Have you been had? Are you for sale?" Don't be upset because that's what you're telling me.
I mean, they probably bring things out to the yard, but we don't want to go there on that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? But pull your
pants
up, man. That's the bottom line. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
That's an insult to everybody that's doing real time. A big time insult to everybody that's doing real time or have done real time. So I'm gonna let y'all know that now. Pull your pants up, man. This is ridiculous out here.
Please and thank you.
You can't catch the bus or the train.
And you can't catch the train or the bus or the cab. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they ain't even really stopping for you behind with them pants down. Anyway. You know what I'm saying? Cab. Forget about if they were already pulled up in suit. You could be in a suit, baby. We already did studies on that. The cab ain't even really trying to stop for you there.
Brothers,
so
we got enough stripes.
You know, that's for real. You know, and look, youngin, this is all love. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know, just don't take it as criticism. Don't take it as preaching or whatever. Take it as love. Yo, I'm saying, like the old heads. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're right. From the black spades, like they used to run this neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, they wouldn't really let us. If they know that wasn't us, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, kid?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If they knew that wasn't us, they would be like, yo, go home.
Right.
Straight up and down. They'd be like, go home, B.
Or they run up on you and start giving you a wedgie.
Right.
Pulling your joints up, hang you on a tree branch and stuff.
Right.
That's back in the day.
That's right. That's what they're missing. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
What they're missing.
Yo, so, you know.
Oh, man, speaking of the spades, man, I remember back in the day when we would be outside, man, you know, listening to Grandmaster Flash. This is the home of the T Connection. For those who don't know, hip-hop started in the Bronx. Right up here. Some of the baddest battles, man. I remember me and this man used to sit out there right down there in front of Scotty's place. Big shout out to the rest in peace, Scotty. God bless you. We're right outside Scotty's place, and we'd be sitting out there listening to them, you know, doing some of the baddest jams. Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, Melly Mel. I know they inspired me. How they inspired you, man?
Like my biggest recollection of the whole thing, okay, Like when I, you know what I'm saying, I grew up in the Bronx, and you know, so the hip hop thing was always around. And actually, it's on my Facebook that I used to live in a building that was right next door to Skate Fever. You know what I'm saying? When they opened, Skate Fever used to be a post office, and then they remodeled it and they turned it into a skating ring. And I tried to get a job. No, Skate Fever.
Skate Fever. Wow, that was even before my
time.
That
was before Skate. Yeah, that's before
big,
Skate
big
Key.
shout out to Sal.
Yeah, shout out to Skate Key. But this is before Skate Key. This is Skate Fever. Because there was the disco fever.
That's Mount Eden Avenue.
Okay, so
around the 9.
So Sal and them boys from Disco Fever was like, yo, because see, it was a disco thing, and disco and roller skating was like hand in hand. Right. So boom, so they started Skate Fever, and I lived in the building right there in the South Bronx, McCombs Road, and I tried to even get a job, but I remember, you know, Treacherous 3 coming up in there, Fearless 4, Funky 4, Post Malone, you know, it was just, you know, so that history.
Yeah,
so now,
G.
So when I moved to Gun Hill from down there, you know what I'm saying, I met these brothers, and these brothers had the latest. It was like you had to have the latest. You know what I'm saying? You can't be front with no old break beats. You had to have the hottest, latest. And we would go from house to apartment, from apartment to apartment on who had the latest, you know. Who had the, see, because I don't really know, like, the latest phenomenon. Who had, come on, help me out here, Mustafa.
Phenomenon, the Apache Outright.
Yes, the original Bongo Rock. Who had those things, you know?
Bongo Rock,
and
man,
shouts out to my man Trevor, my man Ringo, you know,
big up,
my dog DJ Eddie S. We used to pretty much battle, you know, and going out to record stores and finding these things. Well, one day I felt like I had to jump on everybody. Okay. Because I ran into Kool Herc right there on Gun Hill Road.
Oh man, big
shout outs to Kool Herc. I ran into Herc right here on Gun Hill Road and White Plains Road at the bus stop. And so, you know, he had all these crates with him. Right. All right. Now for you new DJs, you know what I'm saying? But I know y'all heard it already from the old DJs. It was all about crates and crates of records. Vinyl. I mean, even if they were crates of classical and whatnot, dudes would be like, yo, did you see how many crates he had? Yo, dude had like 500 crates, B. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Like Doc LaRock back in the days.
You was known by your crates. Like the more crates you bought, because Bam was the master. Bam would roll with like 20, 30 crates. Wow. It was ridiculous. So, you know, shouts out to Bam Bada and my dog Jazzy J. So it's like when I saw Herc standing on the corner and, you know, I was like, yo, you need a hand? He was like, yeah, I'm going right up here to T-Connect.
That was your end.
That
was our way of getting in all the time.
Y'all got this shot right here. This was the age. I was right around this age right here. And my man asked me to give him a hand with his crates up in T-Connect. And that was my first time in T-Connect. And that's all she wrote.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That was all she wrote. So that's my hip-hop history. Boom.
Hey, but
I hope y'all enjoy that.
Anyway, I mean, I'm pretty much going to let her take it away. But you know, what are some of the things that you plan on coming up with? You know, what are some of the new ideas that we expect for Rod Ascue to happen? I'm quite sure Gabby got another question, but that's my question.
My next question. So
did I take that from you? No, I'm sorry. No, we family. That's right. Well,
and we building brands.
We know you always got some kind of question because you like the real inquiring mind.
PI.
All right.
I'm the PI. That was the question.
Well, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying, I'm raising my young men, you know what I'm saying? Secondly, you know what I'm saying, I would like, you know, to I would, you know, pretty much like to help the other, you know, up and coming aspiring engineers, producers, whatever. And you know, my only advice really is just dive in. Right. Dive in. Don't grab bits and pieces and YouTube, you know, clips and stuff. Dive in. Feel me? Read. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God only knows them books. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hit them books,
people you have
man.
to read. I say it all the time.
Hit them books, yo. Real talk. They still feel that they can hide it in a book. I'm going to leave it there.
Because they can.
They still feel that they can hide it in a book. And so if you want to know, if you want to be empowered, then you need to pick up that book. Right. And so I'm getting a little off track here. But no, basically, you know, But the next thing for me is that I would like to teach. I would like to teach the engineering, you know what I'm saying, the way it was taught to me.
I have
You know what
somebody
I'm saying, the
right
engineering,
now
producing,
who's
you
ready
know.
to learn.
Yeah, I would like to do that, and I'm looking for my next Shrek video or Transformer movie, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So for all those agents who happen to be watching right there, you know what I'm saying, there's a nice voiceover talent here waiting.
We don't do clues around here. This is what we want.
All right.
We're looking for, what, soundtrack?
We're looking for voiceover talent agencies is what we're looking for right now.
Call the Miss Gabie Show.
Right.
Hit us up on nebmusic.com. This is where you find anyone that you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the number is 347-565-8586. That's the number to the studio.
Matter of fact.
Or you can hit them up on Facebook. Rod Ascue, right?
Rod Ascue on Facebook.
Shout out to Facebook.
Right.
And if for nothing else, Google him.
There you go. There
Check
it is.
those
Google.
credentials.
Right.
You need him.
No doubt.
ASCUE.
That's right, y'all. ASCUE.
Because it will come up with some unknown Hoonanigan from ASKEW. You want ASCUE. Check the credentials and get at us.
All right.
You need this man for your project.
All right. Thank you, W. I'm sorry. See, I think I'm on the radio already. See, that's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that's next.
Speak it
Oh,
to
yeah.
God.
Right. Speak it in. Yo, that, you know what I'm saying?
and radio.
That's part of the prayer is when you speak it in existence. You know what I'm saying? If there's something out there that you want to change, see, because that's sort of like what this movement is about right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We have a black president. He got there on this movement of change. You know what I'm saying? So change what works for you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody asking you to be the president. You know what I'm saying, dog? Just change what works for you. This is Brother Rod Ascue. I ain't trying to preach. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help. That's all. That's all.
Absolutely, we appreciate it. I think we're going to be heading out to a video or a last song of the night. I just want to remind everyone, please, 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 if you're on Facebook, I'm sending out friend requests to people I don't even know. But understand that we do know each other. The Free Todd Williams movement. This is a fight. And yes, it's about my husband, but it's even bigger than that. There are a lot of Todd Williamses locked up for crimes that they did not commit across the U.S. And if it means starting with me in our fight, then that's so be it. But hit us up on Facebook, Free Todd Williams. Send me the friend request. I need as many hits as we can get to make this movement started, okay?
Yes, indeed. And on that note, man, I told you it was going to be interesting, man. www.dbnebmusic.com. Click on the Ustream link. If you missed this show, if you couldn't see it live, you can always check it on the archives. Just click on the Ustream link. I'd like to thank my special guest, our special guest, right, Gabby? Our special guest. Rod Ascue for coming up in here.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? His son for coming up in here. His family for allowing him to take the time to come over here. You know what I mean? Big shout out to my sister Kim, you know, and the little man. I'm just so happy that he came up in here, and I promise to keep on bringing you good material from behind the scenes from the executive suites up in here. My DJ is going to take us out right now with a little bit of music. I'd like to thank my staff for coming up in here. Okay, Aaron, Naya, the camera lady. Okay,
Aaron, the TV assistant.
Aaron, the TV assistant. You know what I'm saying? And I like to thank everybody. And I like tell you the truth. Have a good night. Okay,
right.
so www.dbnebmusic. I'm gonna finish it off with a little video here.
Don't forget
And
to clue them in on the 10th.
That's
10
right.
people, we still got our show on the 10th.
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We still got. We got a big thing. Let's plug that up. This Saturday we got something going on. We got 98.7. So you think you could sing 98.7 Kiss Barry Mason coming up in here? He's gonna come up and give a show, right?
Yes, he's gonna give a show. And ladies.
Oh man.
I'm going to tell you this name, and you're going to do your homework before he gets here. Q Williams, up and coming and rising. This man has a voice on him, and he's cute. And he's something to look at. So I will see y'all on Saturday.
You can get Q Williams on MySpace, on Facebook, and everything like that.
Yes,
YouTube, you can see videos.
Absolutely. You can see, I think there may be 4 or 5 tracks of some of his music, so you might want to hit on that. Before Saturday, we will be taking questions and call-ins. So we'll see you Saturday.
That's right. That's right.
So what are we doing, 6 o'clock?
6 o'clock, I guess it is.
On Saturday, the Miss Gabie show.
You know what I'm saying? What time your stylist is going to be finished with you?
Well, you know, I'm my own stylist for now. But I have a boot fetish, so if I have a stylist that wants to throw some boots my way, I will kick up my heels. I wear size 7.
9 West, you better reach out to this woman.
No, we don't do 9 West. I could buy my own 9 West shirt.
No, 9 West on 5th Ave.
I can buy my own 9
Okay.
West shoes.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Anyway.
9 West.
Not that they paying us, but you know how it is. We gonna go to the video. Y'all come out. That's Miss Gabie being as tough as she always is. Just tough as nails and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming out, checking us out, man. dbnapmusic.com. Okay. Let the music play, right? There you go. Bring it up.
So swagged out, What's the problem, Negro? Troy got a deal. Sick of the Neo, loud knocking at your door. That's me at your peephole. Bullets hit your chest fast, making you breathe slow. Moves that I make are so damn illegal. Catch me in the dirt real low with a weed grow. Pop up and they look like roses in the garden. Sanitation man here to take out your garbage. My right hand hits your cheek like a boxer. My right thigh hits your cheek. I go deep, my street is like Troy, you was popping, nigga. A lot of on my tip, they won't ride with us. Come by with us, we the winning team. My on with a big head like Al Main. K-Doc, any creative control. DB, NED is a label.
Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. Easy go, easy go. Easy go, easy go. Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. All good things come to an end.
It's KB, the bravest, most hated. My reign is top of the game, outrageous. It ain't my fault, you're you and I'm me. My life ain't peaches, I earned my keep. Been a gorilla in the mist since my youth, the truth. Had the crack game in the noose. People think I'm cocky, nah, that's just my swag. I'm a star in my own right, focus on your own life. You wanna fix it, start living off your own stripes. But the problem is, I ain't even earned stripes. I don't get my persona, my swag is so laid back, but still I'm a problem. And stop calling my name out when the things pop. Cause I might be the one to make your frame drop. That's the way of the hood, get it right. And if you thorough, you thorough. If you not, that's
Don't
light.
take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet.
Hey, yo, well, I'm getting tired of, man. Every time I try to catch a cab, I'm being stereotyped because the way I look, man.
You show them the money, they don't want to give you a
It's like they don't stop.
Where you guys want to go?
We want to go to Brooklyn, man. Yo, man, all it is, man, is a connection for the complexion, man.
Brooklyn? You want to go to Brooklyn for?
You can't go uptown, you can't go to Brooklyn.
Give me the money first before I can pull up on it.
I'm saying you gonna rob them, black.
That's too far. It's kind of getting towards my lunch hour.
I can't take you to Brooklyn. Go somewhere else.
Take this for example, young brothers want rep, cause in the life they're living, you can't have step. It starts with the young ones doing crimes for fun, and if you ain't down, you'll get played out, son. So let's get a car, you know I fly with. Get a dent, pull a screwdriver, and be all quick with the dope ride, yeah, and a rowdy crew. We could bag us a Benz and an Audi too, even a Jeep or van, goddamn, we're getting ours, yo. Take a trip up the strip and be like stars, so it doesn't matter if the cops be scoping. They can't do jack, that's why a young brother's open to do anything, anywhere, any place. Buck wild in another court case, it's the code of the streets. They might say that we're a menace to society, but at the same time I say, why is it me? Am I the target for destruction? What about the system and total corruption? I can't work at no fast food joint, I got some talent, so don't you get my point? I'll organize some brothers and get crazy loot, selling D-R-U-G-S's and clocking dollars true. Cause de facto, yo, that suits me fine. I gotta have it so I can leave behind the mad poverty, never having, always needed. If a sucker steps up, then I leave him bleeding. I gotta get mine, I can't take no shorts. And while I'm selling, here's a flash report. Organized crime, they get theirs on the down low. Here's the ticket, wanna bet on a horse show? You got to be a pro, do what you know when you're dealing with the code of the streets. the 10th one kneeling, let me express my feelings. Cool has never been one to play a big shot. It's just the styles I got that keep my mic hot. And fuck turning my back to the street scene. It gives me energy, so I'ma keep fiends coming just to get what I'm selling. Maybe criminal or felon, dropping gems on your melon. So keep abreast to the gangsta conquest. Underground roughnecks, pounds of respect. I've never been afraid to let loose my speech. My brothers know I kick the code up the streets.
If you don't know the wisdom of the streets, you don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as schooling. You know what I'm saying? That's on the strip, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause times is hard, man. You gotta be European on I'm out here living, man. I be the way I wanna be, man. They're always stereotyping us, man. Word, man. Somebody just look at us and they just keep it moving.
Oh, where are you guys are going?
We wanna go to Brooklyn, man.
Brooklyn? It's too far. I don't know.
It's
okay, man.
They got that parade going on over there today.
Well, I don't know much about Brooklyn.
It's not that I'm prejudiced or anything, but I'm going off duty in a few minutes.
We all black, man.
Black or white, I don't
I'm out of gas. I gotta get gas. That's what it is.
Let me see the money. Just give us
I know how to get to the airport.
Good job. What was that thing you wanted to show me, Ed? You said you had some new stuff going on. Something's not right. Wait, something's not right. Yo, why don't you just call that dude KV? Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. It's going down. That's right. Yeah. It's KV. DX in the house. Ladies, I need you. Yeah. KV. Ladies. Got what you need. Need y'all rock with me. I get a rush when I feel you in the clutch. You are to me what weed is to Dutch. In the club scene, got them fiending with us.
Yo. KV, where you at, dude? It's Ant. Yo, yeah, from Ending in E, man. What's going on?
It's good. Yeah. And then E was good, baby. What's poppin'?
Yo, we're at the studio right now.
Tell me about that song.
Yo, we need some help, dude. Get over here.
Okay. All right, yeah. You know what I mean? That's nothing. I'm there.
All right.
Let's do it. Yeah. It's that. Yes. Bronx is here. All day, baby. Let's go. I'm on the road to riches, more diamonds and that means more haters, guns and more victims. This Debo talking, spitting that New York. 5950s, Air Forces on you corpses. All that soft shit. While you dream of flossing, I'm laid back in the office, money talk with the bosses. You can't get past here. Why would you stand here? You 8-ball niggas, you hearing 1,000 grams here. Time to snatch your lease, K a monster with beats. Anytime that you want the words of riddle your streets. I'm dangerous, sonny, I'm talking that yellow tape. Keeping school faces till the guns give you a facelift. Move you like it's Broadway, sending shots your Broadway and broad day. Victim cats who scramble in the hallway. Immaculate, that's the best way to describe the spit. Preciseness, murderous, priceless with the timelessness. Check the catalog, dog, it's real brutish. I'm the gun, the bullet, and the nigga who pulled it.
Your spots on top, dot, hit him in the head. The bombs that you drop might kill him dead. The words that you spit's like filling them with lead. Fill him up with lead, fill him up with lead. Your spots on top, dot, hit him in the head. The bombs that you drop might kill him dead. The words that you spit's like filling them with lead. Hit him in the head, hit him in the head.
Y'all had a lot to say when Wayne kissed baby on the mouth. And y'all all forgot once a Millie came out. Y'all was quick to abandon ship, talk slick, then turn right around and put your hands on two faces. I don't wanna stand that shit, so y'all can stay out my mix while I chase these chips. There's too much hate in the blood of non-achievers. You hear this coming out of your speakers, that's why you need us. This scene's been a gimmick for a minute, that's a problem. How you hip hop but ain't cop the nigga
album. I'm straight from the Bronx with it. Who wanna bark with it? The kid love to spit full clips when I'm sparking it. You ain't gotta ask me, homie, I keep a fatty. Got one who loves topping me all soon as a man leaves his dot for the banshee. Coming through on a banshee. Headshots dropping on cats who wanna blast me.
Your spots on top, dot, hit him in the head. The bombs that you drop might kill him dead. The words that you spit's like filling them with lead. Fill him up with lead, fill him up with lead. Your spots on top, dot, hit him in the head. The bombs that you drop might kill him dead. The words that you spit's like filling them with lead. Hit him in the head, hit him in the head.
Big money drop falling out the pocket, B.
That's what
don't
it is.
fold, man. That money don't fold, man.
That's what it is.
Word up.
Hey, yo, my man, I got a question to ask you, Troy, man. We've been knowing each other for mad years, right? Yo, how you start getting this bread like this, man?
Yo, man, it's a crazy story, man. It's ill. Won't even believe it, man.
Yeah, this ain't for the radio right here, man. Yeah, this is club. Yeah, BX, yeah, Bronx, yeah.
Naya kung masirakan kanti dyan
Game's over, dog. That nigga playing around, man. In the game no more, baby. What up, man? So I'm on the track.
You got so much drama. Money got a comma. Osama bomber. This is that crap. Run up on the clap. Just wig back. Money by the stacks. This is true facts. Money on my mind. Mind on my money. Staring at you cause your style's funny. I got Michael Jackson lines and I ain't talking about beat it. I'm talking about that white shit that had your tweaking. Throw it out the window if you see the cops creeping. Sour diesel got the Maybach stinking. Switch the topic, ain't money ain't the issue. Marksman, DB and EB, it's official. Run up on you with the pistol like hands up for 45. It's gonna be a picnic. We eating it's guns out. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. No, we ain't playing. No, we ain't playing. No, we ain't playing. No, we ain't playing. Money in the bag. Freaks in the jag. Killer. Mouthful mighty. Slower than the caterpillar. Cops looking hard. Still can't find a. Heard you got a problem with the champ. Then get at him. We riding dirty. Drugs on us, you real clean. Extra fabric softener, I rep the street corners. 365, I got 100 hustles. Slept with 1,000 dimes. I tell 1,000,000 lies. I got 1,000,000 rhymes. 1 trillion tracks. Stack paper high. Idiot, ridiculous. The way the banana clip splits you like vanilla Duchess. Chop, call Mustafa. I'm in the studio, bring an ounce of blunts roll proper. Sour power, an hour later, air one's looking real proper. Run up on you with the choppers like hands up for 45. It's gonna be a picnic. We eating guns out, we ain't playing. No, 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 we ain't playing. We ain't playing. We ain't playing. Stop playing, man. It's a new shit. Everybody right here.
Daddy, give me, go for it.